copper can be extracted from low-grade ores using bacteria? A. Name this method of extracting copper. So if we're using bacteria, the method is going to be bioleaching. So that's a method of using bacteria to get the copper from the low-grade ores. B. This method can be used to produce copper salt solutions. The copper can then be extracted from the salt solution by electrolysis. Complete the half equation to show how copper atoms are formed from copper 2+ ions. And we've got the start of the balanced equation here. So on the left-hand side, we can see the copper ions. And the question tells us that we're going to form copper atoms. So on the product side, we're going to have copper atoms, which obviously would have no charge. So let's look at our equation so far. On the left-hand side of the half equation, we can see that we have got one copper atom. And on the right-hand side, we have one copper atom. So it's balancing in terms of the copper atoms and ions. Unfortunately, though, it's not balancing for the charges. On the left-hand side, at the moment, we've got a 2+ charge from the copper ion, whereas on the right-hand side, we have got no charge because we've got copper atoms which are neutral. So we need to have something that has a 2- charge on the left-hand side. And of course, we have got missing some electrons. So I'm going to write in their symbol, E- for electrons. And then we just need to balance the equation. On the left-hand side, we need to have 2 lots of minus to balance out the 2+ from the copper ions. So I'm going to put a balancing number of 2 in front of our E- showing the electrons. And 2+ plus 2 lots of minus is equal to 0. And the right-hand side is just copper atoms, that's 0 already. So we now have both the atoms and the charges balancing on both sides of our equation.